Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuksa. How's everybody doing today? Waking up, moving around, getting things going. Hey, I've been offline for about a week. I actually was living one of my goals. And so unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, I was able to be unplugged for a whole week. Life is wonderful. I am so rejuvenated and so ready to jump right back in and get things going with you guys. And I wanted to say hey and start talking to you about some things that, I try to talk to you about experiences I have. As I said, I'm Connie Fuksa. This is Coffee with Connie, and I come to you live a couple times a week to try to help you with things that I've experienced. So more than 32 years, I owned my own business, recently sold that business. That was a business where we did home closings and protected home ownership. So I have lots of experience in the real estate world and can walk through a lot of things with you. But more importantly, what I like to share now is more leadership, team building, personal growth, things that I experienced that I love to share with you guys. So I try to go through all different kinds of things and talk about all different kinds of things on the spectrum. But more importantly, now I like to help you with things that will help you grow in what you want to do and what you want to be and who you want to be. And so a real common theme that's worked with me for the past week or so, that's really been on my mind a lot, and a lot of different things have come up about it, is about goals. You might have seen my inspirational post this morning. It was about goals, making your goals a reality. I was in a meeting last night with some of our Mary Kay leaders, and they were talking about goals. It was really powerful. And I know you may be thinking, well, gosh, it's the middle of the year. How does that goal thought work for me? But this is exactly what I want you to think about. So depending on your situation, it may be the beginning of your business year or your personal year. It may be the middle of your personal year. Maybe you set some goals or some resolutions, which I don't like to work with resolutions because I feel like they're very cliche and a lot of times they don't come to fruition. So what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today is no matter where you are in your life, goals are so very important because they set the map for what you're going to do in your life, whether it is a business goal or a personal goal, but you have to attack them. So the first thing I want to tell you is when you decide what that goal looks like, and let's say you're in the middle of the year for you, July is the middle of the year. Now, if you set up goals or resolutions or whatever you want to call them at the beginning of the year, where are you? Let's take a checkup. Where do you stand and how far along are you at reaching that goal? No matter where you are, what I want you to do is take that goal and totally visualize it. And that's what the inspirational post this morning was all about, is I want you to think very deeply about that goal, what it feels like, what it smells like, how you would feel if you reached it. I want you to really get in touch with that goal. So let's say that your goal is to take your family on a Disney cruise, and you are working really hard to be able to afford that. And you need to be able to feel like, what are the activities that are going to happen? Are my children going to look like when they're running around with Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse around the pool deck, around the ship? What are the events that we're going to do? And what does it feel like when I get off that ship and the sand is between my toes? Or we get to take a snorkeling trip and my kids are snorkeling for the first time and seeing the fish and they're pointing, oh, look at the fish. What does that feel like? How do you feel and how do your children feel when that happens? I want you to really dig in and visualize what that looks like, because that's the only way you're going to get to that goal. Because I will tell you this, goals are just dreams without a plan. So if you don't make the plan, you're never going to get past the dream. You're never going to get past the, wow, my life would be cool if I could do such and such. Maybe your goal is to buy a new car because your car is just really falling apart. What are you doing every day to save $1 towards that car? What does that car smell like? What color is it? What brand is it? What color is the interior? What does the interior feel like? What do those seats feel like? Do you have a sunroof? What does the sun feel like on your head? Is it a convertible? What does the sun or the wind feel like in your hair? What are those specific details about that goal? Because that's the only way you're going to get there. If you can really feel it, you're going to work it every day. Now, here's the other key that I want to share with you. You have to not only think about what that goal is, but you have to put yourself in touch with it every single day. Every time a roadblock happens, I want you to stop, think about that roadblock, and figure out how you're going to go around that roadblock. So I want you to just stop and say, all right, my goal is this. My goal is that new convertible. Or maybe it's not even that big. Maybe it is to be able to pay off a credit card. Or maybe it is to cut a credit card in half, to be able to get rid of that credit card. So every single day, I want you to think about that credit card. And when something comes along, you have to have some work done on your car, or your child needs some money for maybe their car broke down. Think about what that problem is and how you're going to get around it. Okay, so you've got to do that. So maybe you had to spend $500 to fix something, and it's going to put a roadblock in paying off your credit card, but you're still going to put your $10 to it. You're still going to put your $50 to it. You're still going to cut that card up so that you can reach that goal. Because if you are continuing to advance on that goal, then you're going to get there. But you got to be able to see it. What does that feel like? How wonderful do you feel when you don't have that $10,000 credit card bill again? So I need you to touch it. I need you to feel it. I need you to own it and know it, so that by December, you've got your goal realized. And maybe the visualization is making a poster with pictures with, for me, I'm very visual. So even words on a sign or something like that, I have a lot of those in my office. And the reason is because they're visual to me. So it makes me think about things and work towards certain things. A goal poster is really good for me because it makes me think about what I need to do to get that thing I want. And then all of those feelings and thoughts, that sand between my toes, that smell of the ocean, all of that comes rushing into me and I feel it. Then I know what that goal feels like, and I know it's going to happen. If you just are writing down on paper one time at the beginning of the year, this is what I'm going to do, or you're thinking about it one time at the beginning of the year, this is what I'm going to do, things get in the way. Speed bumps happen. I had somebody say last night that when you get a flat tire on your car, do you fix that flat tire, or do you run around and flatten all the other three? Very well said by my very good friend Erin Entroinen last night when we were doing some training. And it's absolutely a fact. When you hit a speed bump, do you stop and let the speed bump crash your car? No. Do you get over it and get to the next thing? That's what goals are about. So you've got to touch it. You've got to feel it. You've got to feel it inside your bones. Maybe you want a new dress. Excuse me. Maybe you need some new shoes. Please, excuse me. Maybe you want some really special tennis shoes. Maybe you want an Apple Watch. Maybe you want an iPad. What does it feel like? What will your life be like if you had that? How does every single day change if you had that? And every single day you need to get in touch with that so you remind yourself what that day looks like. So when you get that flat tire, or your child's water pump goes out on their car and you have to spend some money, it sets you back a little bit from your goal. Okay, there's the flat tire. You're not going to flatten the other three and stop. You're going to keep going, right? So what does it feel like to get that Apple Watch? What is that going to feel like to you when it's on your hand? What are those new, really expensive tennis shoes going to feel like when you go out for your jog and your feet don't hurt anymore and the rest of your body is so energized? So write your goal down. Make a picture if that works for you. That's what works for me. Put your goal on paper and touch it every single day. Take 5 minutes. Breathe in that goal. Whatever those pieces are, how are you going to feel when you get it, and make it happen? Because again, a goal is just a dream without a roadmap. Make that roadmap and make it happen every single day, guys. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuksa. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.